So I don't think it would come as any surprise to anyone following Octopus that we're big fans of Git. We use it a lot. Anyone who's tracked our work around config as code would attest to that. We've been using Git for quite a while now. We use it internally ourselves. And not only that, our customers use it as well. So customers are using Git all the time. And I have Kit and Scott here to talk to us about a new innovation we've added to the latest release of Octopus around sourcing scripts from Git itself. That's quite a mouthful. So, welcome, and I'd love to hear what this innovation is all about. So, Kit, sourcing scripts from Git. What is this?
Hi everyone. So scripts are very popular in Octopus. Together with script for kubectl, for Azure and AWS, these are probably the most popular steps we have in the platform. And till recently, there were two ways to add scripts to Octopus. You can either edit them online, meaning you can just really type it in the Octopus UI, and that was amazing. It is an amazing option for something small and simple. Or you can package this and send it from your other tool into Octopus, which is also good if you have complicated scripts, maybe with multiple files, etc., and you want to version them. However, scripts are code after all, and our customers want to leverage all the good things they have about their code editing process with Octopus without any interim steps like sending and creating package. So we had multiple requests about this, especially after we recently added the new feature which allowed people to source YAML files from Git. So the question was like, hey, if we can source YAML, why can't we source like any other code? And indeed, why not? So we just enabled that. From here on, you can put your script, multiple scripts, all the related files in Git, edit them there, use any process you like with PR, reviews, etc. You can follow your normal development process, and then Octopus will pick it up from Git together with all dependencies and just deploy. As simple as that. No big changes needed in the existing pipelines. We just added a new option to the existing script steps to all of them at once. And you can just go there, take a look, and enable it with one simple click.
That's awesome. Scott, you've got a little demo to show off here.
Yeah, just to show the basic functionality that we've put in. Pretty simple demo. Just on this screen here, I've got a very, very simple script, which you can see here, just echoes out a message. And we're also using a little Octopus variable just to show that functionality as well. So I'll go over to our pre-canned script step. You can see here, this third option now appears here, Git repository. If you're familiar with the raw YAML step for Kubernetes that has this Git repository also, then it looks pretty similar. As well as that, obviously, we can have a Git credential. If you've got a publicly accessible Git repository, you could use anonymous, but GitHub doesn't allow that anywhere with their API, so you have to give a Git credential. And then we plug in the HTTPS version of our Git repository here. We set a default branch, and for us, it's just the main branch, obviously. And then we have to set like what script file we actually want to run from our repository. Obviously, ours is at the top level, but if it's in a subfolder, then you'll have to put something like this. And then everything else is similar. So you can add script parameters, reference packages, blah, 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 blah. We're running this on a worker. And then the last thing that we've done just to get that variable to sub in is we've added in the substitute variables in templates feature. And we're just plugging in for every shell or bash script, we'll sub in those variables. So basically with that, and now we'll create a release. So you can see our Git reference is here at the moment. We can select the previous commit, so for the commit from the previous release, or we can select the tip of the default branch. Continue on here. We can see we've got the commit hash there for the tip of the default branch. And then we can deploy to development. And we just wait a few seconds for the dynamic worker to spin up. looks like we've got a new version of Calamari. So it's just taking a while. There we go. And you can see in this, it shows information about the commit hash, and it shows that it's packaged it up into effectively a package similar, and sent it to the worker. And then we can have a look here and we can see hello git source scripts from development, which is our script with that variable subbed in. And just to show that we aren't telling fibs, we'll deploy to production as well. And we'll see the same script with the variable subbed in as production. There we go. Simple as that.
Very nice. So some questions. Is that when we create that release, obviously we're snapshotting that release. Is the version of the Git file also snapshotted, or is it doing a live pull? You talked a little bit about the commit hash. So obviously it's the change request or the change that went against that Git repository for that particular file. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah. So it's it's a great question. Basically, when we snapshot our release, we save that commit hash, and then if you were to redeploy that that release, it would use the same hash. The files are cached on server, so so basically the Git repository is cached on the server, and so if you wanted that commit, it would just do like a checkout, and it would grab that file, and then nice and quick.
So the reason why I asked that is because folks will want to preserve the old model of making sure that release equals snapshot. So if they start changing files underneath the covers, meaning they start changing the file in some Git-based repository, they don't want those changes maybe to flow through to their deployments. And so that's important to preserve the integrity of that file based on that commit. So that's good to hear that we actually take a snapshot.
It's actually more than that. So we're taking a snapshot of the whole repo. So if you want, like your file, the main file you're referencing can actually reference other files, launch other scripts, or just use environment files or whatnot. And all of these files will be snapshotted with the release. So if you change any of them, release will not be impacted.
So this just speaks to the fact that we're doing more and more with Git, and customers who have resisted the urge to go to Git, I guess, should get on the Git bandwagon. It's becoming more and more center within Octopus. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is a good win for customers who are currently using, they might be using GitHub Actions or something to package up a script like this and send it to Octopus as a package. And now they don't have to do that. They can just have their Git repo, connect it all up like we have here, and then just trigger a deployment however they want to do that.
So Kit, really exciting stuff. How can folks get their hands on this latest feature? Where is it available?
It's already available everywhere. So it's in the cloud since last week, and it's in the 2023.4 release. So you can download it and use on-prem as well.
So just to remind folks, you can go to octopus.com, and when you go to the downloads section here, you'll have the ability to download the latest version of Octopus. We've just shipped 2023.4, and so you can download it for the various distros there. If you want to compare the releases, you can also do that. Just to remind folks, we have the ability to compare releases. And you can also see the what's new list of changes in 2023.4. So there's the item that we're talking about here, which is now available in 2023.4. So this is both for server and for cloud. Well, exciting stuff. Thank you very much, Kit and Scott. Really appreciate it. And good luck to all of you watching this video using Git-based script files now. So this is a great innovation we've added to Octopus 2023.4.